Okay, here we go. Let's try another video. This is Garrett. You could find me on my website or YouTube. It's tearstojoyministries.org. I watched a video from Francis Chan a couple months ago, and it's like a 5-minute preaching that he does that is just a masterpiece. And he talks about why we're all empty, why we're all feeling empty inside. And he explains how we're trying to fill up our heart with our careers or making more money or traveling or gossiping or boyfriends and girlfriends, etc., etc. And he talks about that for the first 3 or 4 minutes. Now, in the last minute, he talks about the solution. He says, you've got to be abiding in Jesus. And that kind of hurt me. Let me tell you why. I've been trying to abide in Jesus more than I ever have been in my entire life. And I still felt so empty. So when he said that, I said to myself, well, I'm already doing this. And I felt really, depressed and discouraged. And then what happened is, for the last 3 months, I've been getting incredible grace to abide in the Lord like I've never done before. And you know what? He's filling up my heart with His love and His presence. And the plan is working. If you're trying to fill up your empty heart with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that is the satanic plan right there. That is one of the top 10 demonic plans on planet Earth. For you to obsess on dating, for you to obsess on sex, for you to obsess on the internet searching for a new boyfriend or girlfriend, constantly doing this. That right there is called bondage to relationships. You are in bondage, demonic chains tying you down into trying to find a person to date and marry, for trying to find someone to hold you, trying to find someone you can hug and kiss and call on the phone 4 times a day and text on the phone all day long. This is demonic bondage, and it's one of the top 5 or top 10 satanic plans on planet Earth. Now, what is God's plan? God's plan is that we would fill up our empty hearts and our broken souls with His Son, Jesus. Now, you might be thinking, well, I can't do that. I can't do that, Garrett. I'm sick of your preaching. You always tell me something to do that I can't do. Well, you know what? I'm right there with you. I could not do these things for 53 years of my life. Only starting about 4 years ago did I start getting the unbelievable grace from God to start praying more and more every day and abiding in the Lord. I was right there with you for 54 years. But I'm telling you, the plan works. the more you abide in Jesus, which is God's plan, the more he will fill up your empty heart, your shattered heart, your broken heart, your defeated soul. So how can we do this? Number one, realize you have a problem. And by the way, I am qualified to talk about these topics because I was in bondage to relationships from the age of 17 to the age of 50. We're talking about 33 years of being in bondage to the opposite sex and having to have someone in my life. And that right there is the pathway to death, despair, depression, alcohol, drugs, hurting, pain, and eventually suicide. I've been suicidal off and on my entire adult life, and most of you are battling this too, because we're trying to heal our broken hearts with a man or a woman, and they cannot heal you. They can't even heal themselves. They can't even break free from their own pain and hurting. So how on earth are they ever going to be able to heal you, to repair you, to fix you, to save you? They can't. And that is the demonic plan that has spread worldwide, and billions of us people have fallen for it. We have to bypass dating. We have to stop thinking about dating, stop thinking about hugging someone, stop thinking about marriage. We have to stop future dreaming, daydreaming about the future. We have to stop this. And we have to beg God for grace. Grace for what? Grace to be able to spend time with his son, Jesus, who can heal you, who can fix you, who can repair you, who can save you. Jesus is the one that we're missing. And you might be thinking, well, Garrett, I already pray. I already go to church. I already sing songs to the Lord. And I still feel like garbage. I'm right there with you. When I heard the Francis Chan video 6 months ago, I was very discouraged because I said to myself, I'm already doing this. I'm already praying. I'm already abiding in the Lord, and why am I so empty? And why is there so much darkness? And then, as you remember, 5 minutes ago, I shared with you, then God started to send even more grace, to pray even more, to seek out his son even more. And I'm telling you the truth, my heart is feeling better and better. My soul is getting healthier and healthier. My mind, which is a part of the soul, is getting better and better. He's fixing me, and it's all grace. We need grace from God to abide in his son. Because whatever you're doing, it's not enough. Whatever I'm doing, it's not enough. We need this grace. So as we're approaching the 10-minute mark soon, how do we get this grace? Number one, ask for it, which means praying. But number two, which is equal to number one, humble yourself before God. Humble yourself before your bosses and co-workers. Humble yourself before your church members, friends, loved ones, and especially your family. God gives grace to the humble. God lifts up the humble. God super blesses the humble. Don't turn to a man or a woman on those dark nights of the soul. Don't turn to dating sites, child of God, because you're not ready for dating. Turn to the one who can heal you, fix you, repair you, and save you. Turn to the one who can fill up your heart with his love and his presence. Turn to God's Son, Jesus.